Hey guys, Jake one up here. This is the Yogcraft mod pack version 1.0.0 on the Feed the Beast launcher. I'm just starting out. You'll notice I have a couple items. It's because I had tried recording this once before, but my recording device was not working out the way I wanted it to. But things are working now, and I'm hoping to capture some excellent gameplay for you guys. Um, This is my first video, so some of the settings for audio and stuff might be off by a little bit. It might be a little loud, or the video might appear a little darker than it does to me. You might hear my clicking frantically in the background as I try to murder innocent sheep. But that's not a problem right now. If it is, leave a comment telling me, that'd be great, because I don't want things to go poorly. I would prefer if things went very, very well, but if they don't, then oh well, guess this thing isn't for me. But until such a time as I find out that YouTube sucks for me, I'm gonna keep doing this, because why not? So the whole reason behind me getting into YouTube is I spend enough of my day watching other people do YouTube that I figured, why not, I should maybe try it out. The reason I'm doing PC gaming is because I don't actually have a capture card yet for console gaming, and I probably will sometime in the future, but for right now we're just going to do PC gaming. That includes Minecraft, a couple other games from Steam. I was thinking about doing maybe some Guns of Icarus online. I really like that game. I had bought it the other day, and a couple of my friends have it, so I might see if they want to record with me. You probably will be able to hear them through in-game chat, but probably not through the video. So that kind of sucks because I haven't figured that out yet. You may also notice that there's no face cam. It's because my laptop is not friendly with face cams. It just tended not to work out. As things would load in, such as the chunks that are loading right before your very eyes right now. If things were loading in, it would usually lag, and I'd be making some sort of dumb face into the face cam. So that was kinda lame. I think that things are working very well, or pretty well now. We might be experiencing a little bit of lag, but that's just because I'm loading in new chunks of a brand new world. I'm hoping that things go smoothly and I don't die 50 times, because I know that that's no fun to watch, but things will probably go a little bit better than that, or so I'm hoping. I'd like to get out of the snow biome though. I hate snow biomes, just because the water's constantly freezing, no matter what. Like, you can put torches down, I know, or like some sort of heat or light source, and it'll melt, but I'd prefer to not have to do that constantly. It's a waste of resources, and I'd rather just have a nice woodland area usually. I like having kind of a log cabin in the middle of the woods is kind of my thing, and I know that doesn't really seem the kind of thing for someone who frequently makes the technology aspects of a Minecraft mod pack, because who builds a giant factory inside of a little log cabin? Well, I do, so stop asking those questions. Anyway, another aspect of this is that it's got Thumbcraft in it, which is an awesome mod. If you guys don't know what Thumbcraft is, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this, because most people who are into Minecraft know of the bigger mods. Thumbcraft, but for those of you that don't, or those of you that are new to modded Minecraft, or into modding Minecraft, or just can't run mods on your computer, Thumbcraft is a mod pack where there is very natural magic. There are things in the world that cause, or that hold these natural aspects of magic. There are little magical focal points in the world called nodes that you can find. They're pretty much invisible to the naked eye, but you can make some goggles with the mod pack that lets you see them a little bit better, which makes the game a lot more entertaining. You can make quite a few cool things through Thaumcraft. Um, Another couple of mods that I really like are the Buildcraft and Industrial Craft mods. Those mods are probably my favorite, just because of the sheer amount of things that you can make and the automation behind a lot of stuff. Um, Another mod pack I was thinking about doing eventually for you guys, which that conversation is going to have to be put on hold because I am currently almost starving to death. I've just looked down and noticed this. So it's time to murder innocent little chickens and eat their flesh while it's raw. Oh boy. Um, that did nothing. We'll have to find more. Anyway, another mod pack I was thinking about doing for you guys was the Volts mod pack. I know it's a little bit boring to watch unless I have someone else playing with me, so I might be doing that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, probably around 4 p.m. Because those are the days that a friend of mine has off, and we might be having like an all-out warfare day, where me and two of my other friends get on a LAN server because I'm not sure if you guys have tried, but Volts mod pack servers are very, very hard to make. I do know how to make how to make servers. I've done several modded servers just based off of vanilla Minecraft myself. But Volts is one of those ones that's just a harder, gives you a harder time when you're making it. Just because there's a couple files that need to be deleted and moved around and stuff, and I don't have the patience for that, and I really don't feel like having to run a server. So I think what I'll do is I will just have them come over a couple days a week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, because those are the days that they don't work, and I currently don't work at all, because jobs suck and things just haven't been going my way. But hopefully this takes off, gives me something to do in my free time from not working, but eventually I will have to go back to work because that's how this cruel, cruel world works, and I'll have to begin doing normal people things again. But I probably won't forget about uh, this YouTube channel because this will be my pride and joy someday. I'm very, very excited that this is working as well as it is. I'm actually looking at the feed right now, and it's relatively up to speed on what I'm doing. It lags every once in a while, but that's because, like I said earlier, we are loading in new chunks. I'm certain that after this, things will be running a little bit better. You might have noticed that you're able to see a window around the Minecraft screen right now. That's because I couldn't figure out with my recording software. I use XSplit. If you guys know how, that'd be awesome if you would tell me. But I couldn't figure out how to capture Minecraft as a game. I'm pretty sure I know how, but I wasn't doing it right or something because every time I'd try, it would fail. Or it would just appear as a black box on my recording window. But enough boring you guys with recording details. Right now we are... Oh, there's a skeleton. Let's just ignore him and walk away. He can't come out here. It's not nighttime yet. Or can he? Because it's currently almost nighttime. That's awesome. Now we're running. And I don't like running. I'm a very lazy person generally. I think people who run for fun are dumb. Because running is not fun. I generally think that running is probably a very taxing thing to do to your body. I mean, your knees bend and you're constantly putting pressure on them, and you're constantly pushing off and such with your knees. Things that I don't really need help with are my knees and them going bad. When I was, I think, 12, I went up north, and from where I live, that's very north. I live in the United States, and I live in one of the northern states already. I'm sure you guys will find out eventually where I live, but or you already know because you're probably a friend of mine. Um, but for right now, we'll just call it the north. We went up north to a friend of my dad's hunting cabin when I was about 11 or 12, and we were running, or me and his daughter and my cousin were running around and stuff. And then I decided to go running into the woods, and they were chasing me, and I was running like full speed, like there was no stopping. And I just kept running, and eventually, in my haste, I forgot that there was a barbed wire fence in the woods, um, and I pretty much got clotheslined on it, but across my thighs, and so my knees buckled underneath me, and it hurt really bad. Like I sat in the middle of the woods, just sitting there out of like sheer shock that that had happened. Not, it wasn't really shock. Like I knew it had happened, and I was fully like capable of getting up and walking away, but I didn't want to because it really, really hurt. Um, and I usually don't need, like, I usually don't run or anything. I'm not a very active person. Um, if, well, some of you do know me, so you know that already, that I don't really do much. Kind of like a sloth, that's why it's my favorite animal. Um, because me and sloths, we don't really do much. It is nighttime currently in game, and it's really starting to bug me because I'm starving and still looking for a biome that isn't a snow biome, so I might hurry up and get away from the spider and quick type in a time change. And I know that's cheating, and that was one of the things I said I wouldn't do, uh, but things might have to happen that way because I am a little bit fed up with nighttime, so bam, time set day. Time set to 0. Look at that zombie burning, look at that fool. I know that I cheated, but I have 3 wool in my inventory anyway, and I could have easily just made a bed and dug myself a house. I just didn't think about it until just now. I'm sure I'm running in circles. I'm sure this is a thing that's happening right now. Uh, and I would stop and settle in this cave if there were more trees around, because there seems to be a chicken spawn chunk here, so that means that chickens would probably spawn frequently, so I won't have to really worry about food. I could farm still, um, by breaking a couple pieces of grass that are around my house and hopefully finding a water source somewhere that isn't frozen over and getting a bucket of water and all that good stuff. And look over there, just spawned in, just loaded in. That's a great wood tree from the Yogcraft mod, and I'm starving again. Food is a big problem for me. I remember when they first introduced it to Minecraft, I wasn't really sold on the idea. I was a little bit upset that I had to constantly keep my character fed. I was really into Minecraft the way it was before that, but then they added 1.8 back in beta, I think, or was that alpha? I think it was beta. Yeah, it was beta 1.8, and that's when they added the Enderman and all this other alchemy and levels and stuff. They added that all in around that time, and they also added the hunger bar, which I wasn't real sure about. I personally liked Minecraft the way it was, where the only animal that dropped food was pigs. I thought that could have been changed, actually. I didn't really like the fact that I had to go pig hunting every time I was near death, or just die and respawn and go find all my junk again. I hated that, which is why one of my favorite mods is the gravestone mod. It actually adds a capability where if you die, you drop a gravestone instead of all of your items, and you can go back and break, or go back anytime, because it's actually an entity, like a block, and it will stay there permanently until you return to it and break it, and all of your stuff will come popping out of it. The only thing that doesn't go into your gravestone at the time of when I was using it anyway was your XP. They could have fixed that now and changed it and made it so you can get your XP back through that too, but as far as I know, you could only get your items back, and you had to go grinding for more and more XP all over again. Which brings me to another mod pack that I'm really excited for, that I'll probably do. It depends on how well it runs. This mod pack's running okay, uh, well enough that I'm able to record content and give it to you guys. Yeah, this mod pack's running okay. It's a little bit laggier than what I would have liked, um, but for my purposes right now, it's actually doing pretty good. And I do intend on making this a regular thing, this whole Minecraft series stuff. I might actually start trying to tinker around with some cords and cables and little bits and bobs I have lying around the house, and try and make it so that I can record through a Mac instead of my laptop, which is a PC. I might try and like rig up the Mac as a capture card. So instead of using my PC to capture on a separate on a separate monitor. Sorry, couldn't think of the word there for a second. It's probably because I heard the flippin' skeleton in there somewhere. Started panicking, because I am near death already. But right now I'm using a separate monitor so I can watch the stream at the same time as recording it, because I'm nervous about how it's working. From what I've been seeing so far, it's a little bit jerky the way it works. I mean, recording, like, on my end, it looks fine, but there it looks a little bit laggy. The movements seem a little bit jerky, and the looking around is a little bit laggy as well. The only times that really happens is, like I said, the loading in chunks. So we will have to just grit and bear it. Hopefully that doesn't deter too many of you guys from watching. Anyway, I've been talking a lot about the other mod packs I plan on playing, but I haven't really said much about the oh man, that's really dark. About the I haven't really said much about the other games I'm going to play. Sorry, I spaced out there. I was looking at the feed. I'm gonna have to do something about the darkness of the video, because I can see myself right now that it is really dark. So I'll have to fix that. But anyway, a couple of the other games I plan on playing, I am a really big fan of the horror genre, whether it's books or movies or games. So we will probably be doing an Amnesia, the Dark Descent playthrough. I know that that's a lot of YouTubers' first choice video game for their first video game series, other than like mine's going to be Minecraft, obviously, because that's what I'm starting with right now. But a lot of people tend to use that as their first choice. I am, however, just going to stick to some basic Steam games. I'm not going to go out of my way with indie games yet. However, I do thoroughly enjoy indie games, and once I build up a bigger fan base, I might stem out to that. The reason I'm using Minecraft and Steam games right now is because they have a much bigger fan base. So it will tempt people into watching my videos a little bit more. Sorry that I'm explaining this all to you. It's kind of ruining it, but it's shown statistically that a lot of people do watch, or well, it's pretty much common sense. People watch what's popular, and it's shown statistically as well through YouTube view numbers. People who start off and try to play indie games right away without building a fan base first tend to not do so well. So I'll probably get a couple people, hopefully more than just people I know, to watch these videos and get interested and get weird. Just kidding. We're not gonna get weird. Getting weird, that's only on Fridays, but we'll get weird eventually. Probably on Fridays, when I will find something to do that is weird. Whether it's I might do a vlog on Fridays, just telling you guys what's up, and what's going on and how life is and what I plan on recording next week, because I think that's probably a good thing to do. Just give you guys a little heads up on what I find interesting and what I hope you guys find interesting enough to watch after I'm done recording. Like I said, I know that my gameplay is very, very jerky right now, and I'm kind of upset with it, but like I said, new chunks. Uh, this program isn't the highest quality program in the world. This laptop isn't the most top of the line laptop, however, it is new, so I figured why not break it out and try to record something with it. I'm thinking that maybe a different software would help. I did just make some torches so we can go inside of our little. This is going to be our house. I know it's not much right now, but it will be. And this will be home sweet home, and we will love it like it is our baby. Um, Video game, like wise, my channel is going to be very diverse. It's not going to be a children's channel by any means. I know, well, I don't mean to like send hate out into the YouTube world, but and I'm not hating by any means. I really like him, but I know that Chimney Swift usually keeps his stuff PG. Um, by that I mean I've very rarely heard him swear, and um, he's a very good content. He makes very good content for children to watch. I'm not saying that what he does isn't like a mature content and doesn't lure in older fans. What I'm saying is that um, if I had kids, I'd probably let him watch, or let them watch him over some of the other YouTubers I watched. Um, However, I hope that they would watch me, being their dad and all, but I doubt it because kids don't think that their parents are cool. Um, however, uh, what was I going to say? It was very important. Um, oh yes, about the swearing thing. I don't mean that swearing is cool. I never ever mean that swearing is cool. I think it's probably one of the most idiotic things you can do. When I said that this would not be a children's channel, I meant that it would not be completely PG, but I will try and keep it highbrow and not stoop to the level of poop jokes and dick jokes and stuff, and make comedy via swearing. I think that's probably one of the stupidest things to do. Because if you're not funny as is, you're probably not going to be funnier if you swear, unless that's just your personality. Um, then you should probably change your personality. But other than that, um, I meant when I said earlier that children, or this wasn't a children's channel. I will be playing a couple horror games like I mentioned earlier, and I don't want children to get scared about it, and I don't want angry parents emailing me, and I don't want kids picking up bad language from me, because when I do play horror games, I swear a lot, because oh my god, that's scary stuff, man. Like it's hard for me to play Five Nights at Freddy's for an extended period of time without like shaking or just wanting to stop. Uh, that's a thing that happens a lot to me is I get scared, and just like any other normal human being on the face of this planet, if you can play Five Nights at Freddy's, it's and not like get nervous or shaken by it, it's either one because you've watched it before, or two because there is something seriously wrong with you. Go get yourself checked. Um, Other than that, there's really just gonna be fun times here, I guess. We haven't really done much this episode. It's been a lot of me wandering around aimlessly and hopping around and hopping and skipping and jumping and merriment and fun. We do have a house established, which is, I guess, good. I haven't really done any mining yet. I'm saving that for next time. I know I'm starving right now, and I hate the like noise that it makes when you starve, like the getting hurt noise, because it makes me nervous that there's something following me around. And another thing that you'll notice is I get nervous a lot. Like I'm easily upset about things. Just before I started doing this, I had to pretty much psych myself up because I was really nervous that people out there would make fun of me, but then I realized that I really don't care. I just want to do this and have fun with it, and I know that um, I'm kind of lagging and things just aren't going as well as I had planned. Uh, I know that the recording is a little bit jerky. I know that my voice sounds a little bit shaky. I know that I sound nervous. But I hope you grit and bear it with me. Uh, like, um, sorry, there's a nervous thing again. I hope you grit and bear it with me because I think that, like a lot of YouTubers were nervous when they started. Not saying that I'm going to be a great YouTuber, which I'm not saying at all. There are, like, I will be nowhere near as dedicated as Markiplier to them. I hope to make videos on a regular basis, but if things come up, things come up. I know that Mark will stay up till like 5 in the morning making videos and content for his people because he had stuff that came up. I will try to be like that, but there's no guarantees. I could just decide one day that I am too tired to make videos and I'll go to sleep earlier. Um, and I just tend to think that um, I just tend to think that uh, things can wait is usually how I roll. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator um, in my daily life. If I decide that things can wait, then they usually do. I usually don't worry too much about things getting done on time, but I will try my damnedest because I do want this to be a major success. And if things uh, do happen where I have to start working on a deadline, where I have to get things done on time and have them submitted to YouTube within a set amount of time. Working for Machinima, I know you have to do that. Working for Polaris, I know you have to have a set amount of content. Even the Yogscast, I know you have to have a set amount and have a set time that it's due. I hope that I can do that. I don't want to seem lazy or too relaxed to be serious about my YouTubing. Uh, I want I used YouTubing as a verb. That sounded a little bit strange. That needs to stop. But anyway, I don't want to seem too relaxed. I want my fan base to know that I care about them, and I want them to know that I do plan on upgrading my equipment one day so that this isn't a thing where you just see very jerky Minecraft gameplay. Um, so one day things will get better. That's just how this works. Um, and as you might have noticed that when I shift click on things, these little pictures come up. Those are little Thaumcraft bits. Those are the Essentia, or I usually call it like Spook and Magic Juice or something. But it's pretty much what, or the two magical elements that make up that um, Minecraft item. This is Saxum, which I think is rock, and I forget what the other one is, but I think that's chaos. Um, this is Natura, Aqueous, and I forget the other one. Sorry, guys. Um, I am not that big of a buff in the world of Thaumcraft, but I hope that that kind of is a thing that I pick up. Another thing you might notice is that these ones have like Ignis, which is fire, the food, and the meat one. You might have thought that those are both food, but the food is the apple and meat is the other one. So um, those will come into play later. It's not something that I need right now, and I'm going to take a break to drink my Coke. Thank you very much. Talking for too long really dries your voice out, or your throat out. Kind of makes your voice scratchy. Um, don't want that either. Uh, anyway, things have been going pretty well so far. I know that I haven't really done much. Like I said earlier, I'm saving mining. On the video feedback, that seems really, really dark in there, so I might have to find out what I can do about that. For right now, I'm going to stay away from mining. I'm just going to get things ready on the surface and in the house, so I might just go work on the house for a little bit. I know that right now I have been recording for about I want to say 10 minutes maybe. Um, I'm probably right now it's 10:01. I'm just gonna record till 10:10 and then I'll be done. I know that these usually aren't things that YouTubers share with you about how long they record. Um, I'm just stating the fact because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and listen to me ramble for too long. I know that's no fun. Um, Usually, or later on anyway, things will get more exciting. I'll get a little bit more done in the episodes. We'll be able to go mining because I'll fix the lighting issue that's happening over there um, in deeper in the cave. I'll probably fix that for the next recording. But until then, we will just make the house a little bit bigger and we'll work and we'll gather some food so that way we don't end up starving like we were at the beginning. Um, and hopefully things will go surprisingly well. You will have noticed by now that the channel is called Grim Inc. Gaming instead of Jake One Up Gaming or Jake One Up. Uh, that's just my online alias, I guess. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold right now, so sorry if my voice sounds a little strange or if I sound a little bit congested. Um, that's just my like YouTube name, I guess. My real name is Jacob, so that's where the Jake comes from. I thought One Up just kind of sounded cool, and it's a very, very classic video game term. So yeah, that's where that came from. But that's just my name. The reason it's called Grim Inc. Gaming is because a friend of mine has an imaginary world that, not really imaginary world, he writes a, well, wants to write a book series on this world that he, I guess you can call it imaginary. It's like a dream world of his. It's just things that he thinks sound cool, and we make them fit into the story that we've been talking about for a really long time about writing, which is the story of a secret organization called Grim Inc. If you guys are curious about it, you guys can message me about it or put it in the comments below about it. Um, and I will try and get back to you on it. It's not really that exciting, I know, because a lot of people don't really like reading, but I mean, it's going to be fun. Uh, it's a dream that me and him have both had for a while, writing this series, and we eventually plan on either one turning it into a graphic novel, so a comic book, or turning it into an online anime, so probably like a YouTube anime, kind of like Rooster Teeth's Ruby, but a little bit different. Pretty much the like basis of Grim Inc. is it's a secret underground organization of I don't want to say children, but teenagers who are very gifted in ways through demonic gift. So it's not satanic. We're not Satanists. Um, I thought I'd clear that up right away. No, it's just it's probably like a cooler sounding story than if it was like, oh, some like supernatural being from up above came down in the mothership and gave us our superpowers. But no, aliens do appear in Grim Inc. This is a thing that happens, but it's nowhere near that. It's not like, oh, we were airlifted to X1113ZQRW, which is 11 billion light years away. No, we are normal people. We live on Earth. The only thing different about us is we have these powers, which give us like all these gifts. And the reason that I said that aliens are involved is we find a bunker filled with old technology from an ancient civilization, which is a civilization from an alien society that had colonized that section of Earth before. It's actually just outside of Manhattan in New York State. Uh, I know that that sounds a little bit nerdy, um, but it's something that we thought sounded cool, and so we're going with it. Um, I forget the name of the alien race right now. Isaiah remembers everything. You could ask him any question about it, and he'd be like, "Oh, this is that, and this is where they came from, and this is how they got there, and this is all this other stuff." And he could tell you for hours about Grimink, because he's the one that created it. I became friends with Isaiah in about sixth grade. Um, we started talking about a website we both frequent, which I might actually make a video of eventually, like just a here's a guide to this website that is really old, like holy crap. Um, and it's not very easy to get started on anymore because the economy is way out of whack. In on this website, because it's the way it works is it's like a social media website where you have a profile and you can go around and talk to people, but it's also a forum and it's also a game of sorts. You log in every day and you get like money or like items and stuff, and you can go to the stores and you can buy stuff for your avatar that you get when you start, and you can design them and make them look really, really cool. But to get the new items, it's either one you spend a lot of money IRL buying in-game stuff, which is called Gaia Cash. The website itself is called GaiaOnline.com, um, but the in-game money that you can purchase with like real money is Gaia Cash, and it's kind of dumb, but it's really the only way to get started anymore, which sucks because it used to be a really cool website. Back when I was on it the first time, like getting 1,000 gold for signing on was a huge deal. Now I get like 1,000,000 gold for signing on, and it's just way out of whack, and things need to get fixed, or else the website's just gonna be gone forever. Um, Really, the only time I ever use it is just to go on and get stuff. And my friend Isaiah, who I was just previously talking about, I never really explained or finished explaining how I met him, but I will in a minute after I'm done explaining what this website is. Um, but the only reason I get on anymore is to go and redo my stuff, and the only reason that I got on in the first place is because Isaiah accidentally spent a bunch of his money buying in-game money and these items that you can open up to receive obscene amounts of gold. So that's a thing that happened, and so that's how I kind of caught up with the website, because otherwise I would have been way behind and I would have had no money whatsoever in game, and I would have probably just quit and never played it again. Um, I'm panicking because I might be lost. I probably should have set a marker for home, but I totally forgot. Hopefully, oh wait, that's a landmark. That giant flipping hole in the ground. Home should be right over here, and then I'll mark it. But anyway, the reason I started telling all that stuff about that website is me and Isaiah met through that website, kind of, in sixth grade, in more, I mean, tacos. Just because one day, if I do become big, I don't want people to know where I live, because I've seen what happens to people who know where famous people live, and they get stalked a lot. And I'm not saying I'm gonna become famous, but if I do, I don't want people to know where I live. Anyway, in our middle school that we have in town, which is a sixth through eighth grade school, it's like junior high school, but pretty much what it is you go there and complete those years, and then you move to the high school because they don't believe that sixth graders are fit for a high school or an elementary school anymore. Um, Pretty much you're forced to take a class called STEM class, which I forget what STEM stands for. It's an acronym, but STEM is pretty much like a motor. It's I don't even know. It's like a computer class, but it's also a building class and also a shop class. It was really weird. We had to build a Rube Goldberg machine, which if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you've seen one before, but you just don't you just didn't know it was called that. It's one of those machines that have like a really convoluted design um, to do something very simple. I'm getting off topic again. Anyway, we were in the STEM class together. We were sitting at our computers, and our teacher said we were building these machines. And our teacher said, every time a lever isn't pulled, an angel gets a hernia. And there used to be this big red button on the Gaia homepage that said sign up now, and there was a little angel next to it, and it said every time a button isn't pressed, an angel gets a hernia. So I looked at Isaiah and I said I thought it was every time a button didn't get pressed, and Isaiah looked back at me and he said, wait, you play Gaia Online too? And I was like, yeah, I do. And we started talking about that, and we've been best friends ever since. It's been about 6 years now. Who's probably my best friend in the world. Even though sometimes he's just really thick-headed. Um, but I know that I can be too, so we work through that chat together. Um, anyway, without sounding too, I don't want to say gay, but too affectionate towards him, because I have nothing wrong with gay people. I have several gay friends and a gay cousin, and they're all pretty cool people. Um, but yeah, Isaiah's been my best friend for a long time. Uh, we frequently play games together. Uh, Originally, this channel wasn't even supposed to be a channel. I was going to live stream instead through Twitch TV, and live streaming was really, really hard on a laptop. It's just detrimental to a laptop, so I stopped that. I decided we're not doing that, we're going to record instead, and we'll post it to YouTube, and things will be happy, as Bob Ross would say. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, go Google him. He's probably the one person in your life that will just make your day. Anyway, so we were supposed to be streaming instead of recording, but streaming was really, really, really bad for my computer. It just made things really slow and it didn't work as well. So instead of streaming, I made this channel. I invited him and our friend Eli to come record. Eli is another good friend of mine. He's probably, if Isaiah wasn't my best friend, he would be. Just because Eli's probably one of my closer friends that I would like to deal with. Ignore that Farmville 2 thing. The reason it says register is because I clearly don't play it. And I'm not laughing because I'm being sarcastic. I'm serious. Why would I ever play Farmville 2? My computer just likes to send me random updates about Farmville 2. I'm not really sure how to fix that, how to change that. I run on Windows 8, so that's just a thing that happens, I guess. But we deal with it. And anyway, Eli is another good friend of mine. And today, in a class that I have with Eli, we were talking about, Eli and Isaiah were going to get a capture card and start doing console recording. Well, that sounds great, but I don't really play console games that much, and Isaiah and Eli do. I guess one of the few games that I do play on console that I usually play with those two is Dark Souls 2, which I really, really like. But it's really, really hard and makes me really, really mad, so I really, really haven't played it in a long time. And I guess the reason that I tend to avoid console is because it is a harder thing to capture because you have to run video through a capture card and through a TV and back into your computer. And another thing that I tend to do is Alright, anyway, sorry, I'm back. Some stuff going on at the house that usually doesn't go on, so that won't be a problem ever again, hopefully, after tonight. I do plan on doing a couple more playthroughs tonight, hopefully, recording not only Minecraft, but a couple Steam games, seeing if I can get Isaiah and our friend Seth on, doing a couple more games doing a couple games with them of Guns of Icarus Online. It's a new game that I just got. It's not really new to everyone else, but new to me. I just bought it. But I plan on playing that tonight. Plan on doing, like I said, plan on doing a couple more tonight. But I think I was talking about how Eli and Isaiah were going to get a capture card and do console games. I hope that they upload to this channel and not to their own, and just introduce themselves as whatever they want to be known as. Isaiah will probably be Mr. Zay11, and I'm gonna guess that Eli would be Banana Shama because that's what he's on everything, ever. And or Isaiah will go by Giggle Fairy, which is his Xbox Live gamer tag, and it's amazing, um, because he thought it was hilarious, so he did that. Um, I will disclose mine as at a later date if we do get a capture card, because if this builds up a fan base, I would thoroughly enjoy playing games with all of you. And capturing that'd be probably a really cool experience. I'd really like to get popular enough to be able to do like a chat roulette like meet and greet thing, where it isn't just a bunch of dudes fapping on camera to other people in the world who are probably fapping on camera. Um, I want to be able to go on and have fans type in Jake one up and find me and talk to me and be excited to talk to me. I don't want it to be like something I have to try for, I guess. I want people to just like me for me, which is what I'm being right now by rambling on about random things like I just did again. Um, but anyway, it is nighttime in game, and there aren't any enemies nearby. I hear a zombie a little bit, but we'll go to sleep anyway because he's not close enough to stop me. It is 10:19, I believe. 10:20 even. So we are 5 minutes past recording time. But I figure with that little break I took to go find out what was going on in my house, with family members and such, this would probably be a good place to stop. But before I do that, um, it's been good recording with you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing my face lag a little bit too much. Um, I'd like to say thank you for watching my first YouTube video. Um, we're going to be lagging a little bit here again because I just closed out of that Minecraft game that I was playing to record for you guys. Um, Once again, thank you for listening to me ramble about a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I am thoroughly nervous, so that's probably something to do with that. Um, I'm sure as we get deeper and deeper into this whole YouTube adventure together, things won't be as rambly and long and dragged out and strung out and whatever else you want to call it. Once again, getting really rambly, really nervous, end of the video kind of thing, trying to get you guys psyched to come back for more. Um, but yeah, I'm really glad that you guys took the time to check this out, and I hope to see you guys again in the future. Bye.